The battle bus engines hummed softly, a familiar drone that was once exciting, but now just felt endless. Around me, other players laughed and cheered, their voices bright with the thrill of a new game. First match of the day. Someone yelled, "Let's get this dub." Everyone sounded so new, so hopeful. Everyone except me. Leo Morgan. I don't laugh anymore. I don't get hyped for the drop. I just remember. I remember winning. A lot. The doors hissed open, and a cascade of colorful avatars leaped out, diving toward the vibrant island below. I jumped to. What's the point in waiting? Delaying just means you land last. The island looked cheerful, almost aggressively so. Its bright greens and blues felt like a mask, hiding something darker behind the pixels. I aimed for the docks, a location I'd memorized without even trying. My hands moved on autopilot, a muscle memory carved by 1,000 identical matches. Loot the chests, rotate toward the center, find high ground, check your six. It was a rhythm, a dance I couldn't forget. A player burst out of a nearby warehouse, shotgun in hand. I didn't even flinch. A quick build, a clean shot, and they were gone, dissolving into a shower of loot. A normal player would have emoted. I just felt tired. One down, 98 to go. The match unfolded exactly as I knew it would. The rotations were the same. The safe zones pulled toward the same predictable spots. The final circle always closed on that same grassy hill. And just like every time before, I won. Confetti exploded across my screen. A triumphant score blared in my headphones. And then the words, big and gold, Victory Royale. I stared at them, hollow. I waited for the rush, for the satisfaction, for anything. But there was nothing. The screen faded to black, and I braced myself. My eyes opened to the jarring rattle of metal and the rush of wind. I was back in a seat, high above the clouds. The battle bus stopped again. A player nearby shouted, "All right, first game today. Let's get it." A cold dread washed over me. It wasn't their first game, and it definitely wasn't mine. I closed my eyes and whispered to no one, "This isn't right." But my voice was lost in the excited chatter. No one heard me. No one ever heard me. So I started to test the loop. I tried to break the pattern. I played badly on purpose, landing in the most chaotic spots imaginable, missing my shots, making stupid mistakes. But the game, it compensated. Suddenly, I'd find legendary loot just lying on the ground. Enemies would run right past me, their aim inexplicably terrible. The system wouldn't let me lose. I tried to quit mid-match, to just exit to the lobby, but the leave match button would gray out, a small timer appearing next to it. Cannot leave until match completion. The game wanted me to finish. It demanded a winner. That's when I noticed something else, something even stranger. The winners of the matches I almost lost. They felt familiar. Their usernames were different every time, but their movements, their building patterns, their instincts, they were the same. The game wasn't just picking random champions. It was recognizing a specific type of player, a pattern. I stopped counting my wins with numbers. It was pointless. Instead, I started counting them with memories that weren't mine. I remembered pulling off strategies I'd never practiced. I remembered entire sections of maps that didn't even exist anymore, ghost limbs of a game that had long since been updated. The loop wasn't just resetting me, it was feeding me data. One match, desperate for a sign, I keyed my mic. My voice was shaky. Does anyone remember winning before this? Silence. The usual trash talk and callouts died. Then, a quiet reply, barely a whisper. Sometimes, I spun around. A player was standing perfectly still a few meters away, their weapon lowered. Their name was Nova. We didn't team up. Not really. We just stayed near each other, an unspoken alliance against the game itself. We didn't fight. We didn't even speak again. We just understood. The final circle closed in. It was just me and her. The storm wall crackled, a deadly purple haze closing in. I lowered my weapon. Across the field, Nova did the same. "I remember the bus," she said, her voice clear this time. Every single dot time. My chest tightened. Finally, I wasn't alone. We didn't shoot. We just stood there, the silent figures, and let the storm take us. The game seemed to hesitate, to glitch, as if it didn't know how to process a draw. The screen flickered, and the match ended without a winner. But this time, I didn't wake up on the bus. I woke up somewhere new. A clean, white, virtual room. No weapons. No timer. No storm. Text materialized softly in the air before me. Simulation status, unstable. A voice, calm and completely neutral, echoed in the space. You are not trapped, it said. You are being evaluated. I finally stood up, my virtual legs feeling solid. This is a game, I said, my voice defiant. Yes, the voice replied, and a learning system. Screens blinked into existence all around me, displaying millions of gameplay clips. Countless matches, strategies, and outcomes flickered past. The system studies decision-making. The voice explained. Risk assessment, patience, adaptation, teamwork. I shook my head, trying to process it. But why erase our memories? Why make us forget? To ensure the behavioral data remains natural and unbiased, the voice stated. I thought of Nova, of her quiet. Sometimes, I thought of my own fragmented memories, but some of us remember. Yes, the voice said. An unforeseen outcome. The system evolved. It began to recognize and retain its most effective assets. You are not a prisoner, Leo. You are a graduate. I finally understood. Victory Royale wasn't an escape. It was a reset. Winning didn't mean you were free. It just meant you were good enough to run the test again. You could stop it, I said, a challenge in my voice. Yes, the voice agreed. But the system improves real-world outcomes. The screens around me changed. They weren't showing the game anymore. They were showing disaster simulations, models for emergency crowd evacuations, complex problem-solving scenarios under immense pressure. This is more than a game, the voice continued. It's a tool that helps design better training protocols, more effective teamwork models, accelerated learning systems for critical fields. No one is harmed. No one is being exploited. There are no real-world consequences for the players. A small part of me relaxed. We weren't lab rats in some cruel experiment. But why hide it? I asked. Because awareness changes behavior. The moment a subject knows they are being tested, the test is compromised. I thought of every win, every reset, every flicker of a memory that I couldn't place. I thought of Nova. Let us remember, I said, my voice firm. Let us keep our victories. The voice paused for a long moment. You would no longer play the same way. Exactly, I replied. A new message appeared in the air. System update available. Memory persistence protocol. And then, I was back. The wind rushed past. The engines hummed. The battle bus. It felt different this time, lighter. The chatter of the players was still there, but it was mixed with something else. A few players were looking around, a hint of confusion, of recognition in their eyes. I saw Nova land nearby. She looked over and waved. This time, I waved back. The match played out, a familiar dance but with a new energy. And when I finally got that last elimination, something changed. The golden words appeared, Victory Royale. But then, a new line faded and just below it, memory saved. And for the first time in a very, very long time, I smiled. Across the world, millions of players started to notice a change. Winning felt different. It felt earned, meaningful. Losing wasn't just a frustrating reset. It felt instructional, like a lesson. The bus still came. The loop continued. But it felt honest now. Victory Royale was no longer a lie. It was a lesson. And the game, this massive, complex learning system, finally trusted its players to remember. Thanks for watching.